Hi everybody, Dave Baker here to remind the folks that Gearhart Broadband is happy to provide you with internet service. Now our goal is simple, it's lightning fast speed and dependable service. In fact, we retain 99% of all of our new customers. Now during a recent survey, we found out the biggest reason why. It works. Make the switch to local supported broadband with Gearhart Broadband. Fast, reliable, affordable, that's Gearhart. Call Gearhart Broadband today.
For over 65 years, Gearhart Communications has been serving the mountains of eastern Kentucky with the best in telecommunications. From blazing fast broadband and streaming TV to home security, voice, and now local, reliable 5G mobile, Gearhart keeps you connected. Family owned, locally operated, and always investing in the future of our region. Because when you live here, you deserve the best. Find out more at www.gearhart.com. That's Gearhart.com, your local connection for over 65 years.
Savings on wireless, they just got easier at Appalachian Wireless. We now offer new discounts for the people who keep our community moving. Seniors, military, first responders, college students, employees of state, city, and county municipalities. Plus, we offer employee partner programs too. If you qualify, you could be saving every month on the service you already use. So why pay more than you have to? So stop by an Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com to find out how you can save today. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Are you tired of slow, unreliable internet? It's time to switch it up with blazing fast broadband from Gearhart, your local, reliable internet provider. Right now, get our new budget broadband package with 200 meg service for just $34.95 per month. Plus, save even more on our money-saving bundles on all our great services. Don't settle for less. Order online now at gearhart.com/order now. Remember, better broadband means better lives.
Not enough power? It's not okay. Weak Wi-Fi? Also not okay. These days, your home's got Wi-Fi connected gadgets and devices here, there, everywhere. And they all use more and more Wi-Fi. Until, luckily, an easy upgrade to Gearhart Broadband Internet and Plume Whole Home Wi-Fi makes it all okay. Contact Gearhart Broadband today for fast, reliable internet and Wi-Fi.
Welcome to the annual Hillbilly Day Stump Speech. I'm your MC, Kent Varney, today. We're going to have a good time. We've got a lot of candidates. I think this is probably one of the biggest stump speeches we've had in Hillbilly Day's history. And we're going to get through this. We got the parade at 2 o'clock. We've got a lot of activities. So we're going to get started with the invocation. Mr. Dwayne Absher is going to come out here and do the invocation.
Good to see everybody this morning. If you would, let us bow and have a word of prayer. Kind and loving, gracious Heavenly Father, we bow before your throne of grace and mercy this day. First and foremost, giving you thanks for all things, honoring you in all things, and thanking you for a beautiful day that you've blessed us with. We thank you most of all for the gift of your precious Son who died for our sins. Heavenly Father, we pray this day as many candidates will come out and give their views of the things they want to do and what they're running for. We pray, Heavenly Father, for all our leaders, not just locally, but statewide, countrywide. Now, the Bible says we should pray for those in authority, and we should always hope that they do the right things. So as they come out today, let us be respectful. Although we may holler and hoop and we're proud of our candidates, we also pray that we always do it in a respectful, godly manner. Be with us this day, Heavenly Father. Be in your tender mercies for our care, our health, our love. There's so much going on in life. We pray there would be peace upon this earth and these wars would end. And we just pray, Heavenly Father, that you'll bless this great day. Let everybody enjoy themselves. And again, dear Lord, let us always be respectful, caring, and loving, and do everything in a Christ-like manner. Forgive us when we fail you, because we know we are mere humans and we sin daily. Go with us this day, bless us and watch over us, and we give you glory for all things. In Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen.
I'd like everybody to stand next. We're going to bring out Daryl Fannin. to recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
Stand, join with me in pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all. Thank you.
Next, I'd ask everybody to remain standing. We're going to bring out Miss Andrea Collins, who's going to sing the national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hard to follow up that. Sorry. So now I need to speak about, I want to introduce some people right now. We'll explain to the rules of how this goes. I'd like to introduce our official co-sponsors and timekeepers representing the Pike County Women's Democrat Club, Miss Jennifer Bevins. And representing the Pike County Republican Executive Committee, Miss Dima Ann Littlefick. All U.S. Senate candidates and U.S. House candidates are going to be given 3 minutes. Because we have so many speaking today, our state officials are going to be given 2 minutes to speak. Now, as some of y'all know, when their time's done, the microphones will be cut off. Band, can you hit one for me? That means you're done talking. Now, if you want more time to talk, you can come back this evening about 3 o'clock and they'll let you talk all day. So be prepared for that. Also, guys, we're here to be civilized. This is America. We live in the greatest country in the world that allow people to come in and speak like this. Most countries don't allow politicians to come in and speak, to have a voice. So I expect you all to hoot. Y'all can holler. You can hoot and holler. But if you're going to sit here and throw stuff on the stage, or you're going to cuss on each other, then guess what? You go down there with Larry Webster, because that's where that kind of behavior is allowed. So we're going to have a good day. We're going to be respectful to each other. We're going to celebrate our differences and celebrate our likenesses. So we're going to get started. The way the candidates are going to be called, they're not called in any other order but alphabetical order. So you're going to have Democrat candidates, Republican candidates. I will announce their name and their party and the position they're running for. So that's how we're going to get this situation started. First thing we're going to start with is our United States Senators. The first speaker will be Andy Barr, Republican.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be back in Pike County and Pikeville for Hillbilly Days. I'm Andy Barr. I'm an 8th generation Kentuckian, born and raised in central Kentucky, but I've grown up in eastern Kentucky, coming to camp here, and I love eastern Kentucky. It's been a privilege of a lifetime to get a chance to fight for the families of central Kentucky in Congress. It would be an even greater privilege to get a chance to represent eastern Kentucky, Appalachia, and all of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I have a vision for eastern Kentucky. After 125 years, proud years of mining coal in eastern Kentucky, we still have 1 billion tons of coal in these mountains. And we need to put our coal miners back to work, not just for the prosperity of the people of Appalachia, but for the national security of the United States of America. To lower energy costs, which have increased 60% since Obama and Biden's war on coal, but also to power the technologies of the future so that we can win the race against the Chinese Communist Party. 3 reasons why I would be honored to earn the support of the Republicans in this part of Kentucky. Number 1, other candidates like to talk about supporting President Trump. I'm doing it every day. Chairman of his campaign in 2024 in Kentucky, and I'm proud to not just talk about the One Big Beautiful Bill, but help to write it. Not talk about energy dominance, but help to enact it. Not just talk about supporting this president's border security policies, but voted for the most tough border security and immigration enforcement in the history of our country. That's why I'm endorsed by President Trump's Secretary of Homeland Security, Mark Wayne Mullen, endorsed by Congressman Hal Rogers and Senator Philip Wheeler, McCool, Whitaker, and all of the Eastern Kentucky legislators in Frankfort. And secondly, with me, you don't have on-the-job training. You have a battle-tested legislator who has a record of delivering for Kentucky in Congress. I don't need a learning curve. I can hit the ground running on day one. We're losing influence in Washington, but that doesn't mean you're going to lose an effective voice. I am an effective voice. I can hit the ground running on day one. I've done it. I've worked to make sure that biological men do not invade the private spaces of our daughters. As a Christian husband and father of 4 and father of daughters, I'm not just talking about ending the lack of common sense, I'm fighting for common sense and my legislation to keep biological men out of the bathrooms and the locker rooms of our daughters and out of girls' sports. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, if you want voter integrity, if you think that there are threats to democracy, I'm not just talking about the Save America Act to require voter ID. I helped to co-sponsor.
That's the first one down. We got several more to go. So here we are. The next person I want to introduce is Charles Booker, Democrat for U.S. Senate.
How y'all doing, family? My name is Charles Booker. I'm running for United States Senate to replace Mitch McConnell, and it is the privilege of my lifetime. I thank God for the chance to be here with you, to lock arms with my family, to fight for Kentucky and to stand up for working people, for a change, regular folks from the hood to the holler who are sick and tired of being kicked off the cliff, being screwed over by politicians who are telling us to focus on who's in what bathroom instead of making sure you have the health care you need. And I don't come from politics. I don't trust politicians, but I just believe that if we don't lead for the change we want to see, it won't happen. So I'm doing what my granddad taught me to do. And I'm fighting for my family. You all are my family. And I know we've been up against it. We've seen the floods come. We've seen storms. We've seen dark times. We've seen jobs leave. We've seen prices rise in gas and groceries and healthcare. We've seen cuts to vital services that we need in our communities. We've seen our loved ones go overseas and come back and face homelessness. We've seen a lot. But in the face of it all, as Kentuckians, we lock arms and we stand together. It ain't about party because we're all getting screwed. It's about regular people fighting together to say that if Mitch McConnell can sell us out to billionaires, surely we can have a U.S. Senator that will fight for us. And that's my commitment to you. Now, if you've seen my face before, you might know I've run for Senate before. This is my 3rd time. This feels like Rocky 3. And I'm here to tell you that I'm proud of what we've done because we've built something that the world needs to see. I don't come from the big money. This is all about you. And in 2020, we took on Chuck Schumer and the big money in the Democratic Party to say that regular people deserve to be heard and shock the world. And then in 22, we took on the big money on the Republican side because, again, we're all getting screwed. And I became the first black Kentuckian to be nominated for U.S. Senate. We've been making some history together. But we're not done because this year, we're uniquely positioned to win this race. I'm leading the Democratic field by double digits and neck with all the Republicans running. So I'm here to tell you this. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, stand with me. If you're ready for a government that works for you, stand with me. If you want a leader in the Senate that will fight to protect our families instead of protecting the Epstein files, stand with me. And if you want a working people's Bill of Rights, if you want Medicare for all, if you want universal basic income, if you want child care, if you want good paying jobs with true living wages, if you believe in organized labor, if you stand with our teachers, if you believe that our veterans deserve the care they need for the sacrifice they've made, stand with me. I know these are dark times, but we are still light. And I love you, I'm proud of us, and I'm honored to earn your support. My name is Charles Booker. Go to charlesbooker.org. Let's shock the world this year. Let's flip this seat and send Mitch McConnell packing. Thank you all.
All right, our next speaker is going to be candidate for U.S. Senate, Daniel Cameron, Republican.
Hey everybody, it's so nice to be here at Hillbilly Days and in Pikeville, in Pike County here. And let me just say that I am here today much for the same reason that you're here. It's because you care about your kids and your grandkids. You care about a commonwealth and a country that is built on the ideas of merit and opportunity. And we have seen too much division in this country that has been built on the back of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I tell people all the time that we don't need a country that is built on diversity, equity, and inclusion. We need a country that is built on merit, excellence, intelligence, and integrity. And when I think about the United States Senate, I think about a place that can ensure that we set the conditions that allow people to thrive here at home, to allow people to ensure that they have more money in their pocket, so that when you're trying to pay for groceries, so that when you're trying to pay for gas, when you're trying to save money for the long haul, you have more money in your pocket as opposed to bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. Another form of setting the conditions in Washington is to make sure that we pass the Save America Act so that we ensure the integrity of our elections and make sure that illegals don't vote in those elections. When I think about setting the conditions in Washington, it's about making sure that coal, natural gas, our farmers have someone in Washington that is a champion for them. Because we know that when it comes to these communities, whether it's Eastern Kentucky or Central Kentucky or West Kentucky, coal, natural gas, and nuclear are our future. And that's what I'm going to fight for in the United States Senate. When it comes to setting the conditions, look, I'm going to stand firm for our law enforcement community, and I've had a track record of doing it. In 2020, when there was a high-profile investigation in Louisville, and folks from the outside were trying to force a particular outcome in that case, we did what was right, and we stood for our law enforcement community. And let me tell you this, when I go to Washington, the idea that we would ever defund the police will never happen. We will always back the Blues. Look, this is a race about the future of this Commonwealth. I hope you'll give me an opportunity to serve. I'd be honored to be the next United States Senator, to continue to stand up for your constitutional rights, continue to stand firm for the values of all 120 counties. I hope that come May 19th, you will give me an opportunity to serve. God bless you, and God bless our Commonwealth. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Cameron. Next person we have speaking is U.S. candidate Jimmy Leon, Republican.
Thank you. I don't know what to say now because Cameron said everything I was going to say. I agree with everything he said pretty much. So now I got to come up with something else. One of the things I'll be advocating in the Senate will be a balanced budget amendment. I will also advocate for policies related to the protection of life and ending parental alienation. I will also be advocating for America energy independence. It's time we stop depending on foreign oil when we have plenty right here. I will advocate for health freedoms, basically meaning no mandatory vaccines for adults and kids. I wanted to say also that if it wasn't for me running for the U.S. Senate, I probably wouldn't be here. And I'm happy that I'm here because as most Americans' kids, we learned about Hatfield and McCoy feud. And I am so honored to be here where the trial was done in this courthouse, a beautiful courthouse. Next time, I might even come and wear my overalls. I'm also going to emphasize border security. Border security is a national responsibility. It's not just a problem that Texas has or California has, because all these illegals come to all over the country, basically. I will also be supporting the removal of individuals who are unlawfully present in this country. I'm affirming that individuals with verifiable asylum claims should have access to lawful pathways towards citizenship. I'm also big on election integrity. I support the SAFE Act. It should be required for voting, and I have learned a lot about the way different states do their voting systems. I'm calling for the national-wide compliance with the National Voter Registration Act of 1993. This is an old problem, it's nothing new. And that should include the removal of diseased or otherwise
Our next candidate speaking is U.S. Senate candidate Amy McGrath, Democrat.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Amy McGrath. I am running for this open U.S. Senate seat here in Kentucky. You know what? I'm a proud Kentuckian, wife, mother of 3 amazing kids, and I love my country. I'm somebody who fought for my country 3 times in combat in the United States Marine Corps. And I think we need better leaders right now in our country. What we are seeing today here in our country is dangerous and not normal. We're seeing prices for everything through the roof, healthcare being taken away, and we are in another Middle Eastern war. When people say to me, well, what are you going to do in the United States Senate? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take away these tariffs that drive the price of everything up. For everything. Gas prices, your prices at Walmart, rent, all of that stuff is driven up by these stupid tariffs. We're going to get rid of them. And number 2, I will protect your health care. Why is that so important? This big ugly bill that these Republicans passed last summer, yeah, it puts 35 of our rural hospitals at risk. Right here in this region. 15 in eastern Kentucky at risk of closure because of this. Did anybody vote for their hospitals to close? I don't think so. Well, that's what we're getting. That's why we need new leaders. Look, folks, if there's anything that you want to walk away from this, it's that I love my country, I know we need new leadership, and I'm somebody that believes in Eastern Kentucky. We need investment back in here, not more slogans. This country powered the country. This region powered the country, and we owe it back in investment, in infrastructure, 21st century infrastructure, internet, cell phone coverage, and in education and healthcare. Those are the things we've got to invest to build this region, and I will do it. Amy McGrath, United States Senate.
Thank you. Our next candidate for U.S. Senate is Thomas Michael Murphy as a write-in candidate.
Good morning, Pikeville. My name is Tom Murphy. I'm coming from the city of Louisville, running for the U.S. Senate as a purple write-in candidate. My wife Heather and I have November 3rd pens for you on the front row. They're in the purple baskets. I'm not going to ask for donations. I'm going to ask for you to take a pen and to write in Murphy for Kentucky on November 3rd. I stand here today and I've asked a very simple question for everyone here. We're all Americans. Do you want to be healed? There's two sounds. That's the first one. And that's the second. One of these sounds will heal us. Ballard and Teresa. What's on the top of this bell? They said angel. The first is a bell with an angel on the top, and the other is a simple sack of U.S. coins, which sounds better to your ears. For me, I'm going with the bell. The first represents the Bell of Liberty, which our forefathers bled and died to protect. We are one nation under God. The second is a simple sack of gold coins. The first motivates me, and I would venture to say that for a lot of my opponents, this little sack is their motivation. There's three major healing issues that I think we need to talk about today. The first, there's a blight on our nation called Christian nationalism. I'm in seminary for biblical counseling. Through my candidacy, I want to demonstrate a rightful Christian patriotism that is ordered with God, family, country in that order. We are not king priests. Our first responsibility is to God. For me, it's Jesus. Our second is to our family, my wife, and to my future kids. And then to you as neighbors and citizens. The second we need to get attention on is our first president, President Washington, told us not to do two things, and we've done both of them. First is get into foreign entanglements. We should not be in Iran right now. Number two, go ahead and clap if you want to. Number two, and he said this, by geography and by any other means, do not form political factions. What do we call them today? We call them political parties. We walk around with hats, we walk around with shirts, and they divide our country.
All right, our next candidate for U.S. Senate speaking is Dale Romans, Democrat.
Good morning, Pike. Yesterday I was with Rocky Atkins and I asked him for a little advice about speaking to the people from Eastern Kentucky. He said, get up there and talk till they play you off with the banjo. I didn't know he meant literally. But, listen, I'm Dale Romans and I'm running as a Democrat in Kentucky because I'm tired of losing. I'm not a politician. Most people in Kentucky know me as a thoroughbred horse trainer. That's what
I've done all my life, but I'm also the leader in our industry. I run our union, basically. I spent a lot of time in Frankfurt. I spent a lot of time on Capitol Hill. And I realize how badly the system is broken, and something needs to change. We need common people to run for these offices. I know this is a Republican district, but it used to be about 80% Democrat. And I can understand why everyone has left the party and went to the Republicans, but I'm running to bring it back to the center. I'm not going to stand up here and talk about I'm going to go to Washington and fight, and I can stand up to Donald Trump, and I can fight with anybody. You're paying me to go to Washington to work, and that's what I want to do. I can reach across the aisle and work with anybody. Fighting has gotten us nowhere. We've been fighting for the last 10 years. We need people to go up there and start getting along, get away from the side issues, from the wings of each party that really don't affect us, but get back to the center where we all live. I'm not going to be one of these rah, rah, rah. Let's go fight. Let's go fix. You know, I heard a quote the other day from Benjamin Franklin, and I think it's very apropos to my candidacy, and that is great compromisers might not make great heroes, but they create great democracies. I don't need anybody to be anybody's hero, but we need this democracy to be great, and as great as it's ever been. You know, Eastern Kentucky is probably the most underserved section of the country that you can imagine. And you've been voting Republican for 40 years. All I'm going to do is ask you to look around, see what you've got for 40 years. You produce all the energy, but you're paying all the highest energy price costs. We need education reform. We need immigration reform. We don't need to start deporting 11 million people because of a few bad actors in the crowd. We need to document those and make them productive Americans that are paying into the taxes like they're supposed to, that are doing the jobs that Americans don't want to do. And we really need to create a stronger bond with one another. We all are not very far apart on many of the issues. And I want to make sure that we stay that way, but we don't let the fringes from each side of the party. Let's pull the Democratic Party back to the center where we all belong, and let's make America as great as it can possibly be. Thank you for listening to me play the banjo. I'm Dale Romans, running for the United States Senate. Please go to DaleRomans.com to see what we're all about.
All right. Our last candidate speaking for U.S. Senate is Vincent Anthony Thomas, Democrat.
Matthew 20:16, the last shall be first and the first shall be last. My name is Vincent Anthony Thompson, and I appreciate y'all having me down here at Hillbilly Days in Pikeville. This is my first time coming down here. The reason that I'm standing in front of y'all today, 2 personal reasons and 1 professional reason. My wife passed away in 2020 due to congestive heart failure. That was about the same time we were all going through the ordeal of COVID. The reason she was in the hospital to begin with, she had had a heart transplant, but insurance decided they were going to be the ones that knew healthcare better than healthcare providers. Healthcare should be in the hands of doctors and nurses and those that are trained to do it, not insurance companies. The insurance need to go back at its place, and that's my goal, is going to be put them back where they're reimbursing healthcare, and healthcare providers are going to be providing us with healthcare, just like this building over here is going to provide for you all. Second reason I'm up here, I serve as the chairman of the Hardin County Conservation District. I'm also on the state board, Kentucky Association of Conservation Districts. When I went to the national level on a committee, I was in a leadership program called the NGLI, Next Generation Leadership Institute, and I was put into D.C. in March of 2024 trying to solidify $45 billion that had been allocated in the IRA bill under President Joe Biden. I did my best to speak with my senators, and both times, Mr. McConnell and Mr. Paul didn't give me the time of day. So I decided right then and there that when I learned McConnell was retiring, I was going to run for U.S. Senate and make sure that everybody in Kentucky had the voice that I should have had when I sat in those chambers up in D.C. Third and final reason I'm running, my wife, she was a special needs teacher. My daughter has autism. I think that we're doing a tremendous disservice to all of our kids. Make sure that they have early childhood intervention. Make sure we have continued educational intervention. That way we can know that they're going to be prepared for this world that we're going into. It seems to be getting crazier and crazier every day. If there's any questions you got for me, anything that I could answer, anything that you want to talk to me about, you can even yell at me if you want to. I'll pass out my card. The number goes directly to me. I haven't received any corporate donations. Everything's been self-funded, and a few very caring donors across this state and across this nation. So again, thank you all for your time. Hopefully I took enough time that I could hear this band play, because I sure was glad to hear them every time that somebody went over. Again, Vincent Thompson, please vote for me in U.S. Senate. Thank you all.
All right, now we're getting ready to get started on candidates for the United States Representative, the 5th Congressional District. Our first speaker is going to be Benjamin Hurley, Republican.
How's it going, everyone? Y'all enjoying Hillbilly Days? All right, my name's Benjamin Hurley. I'm running for the United States House of Representatives in Kentucky's 5th Congressional District. I served in the United States Army for 6 years at the Fort Campbell in the 101st Airborne Division. My vision is very simple. My mission, my overreaching goal is to put Eastern Kentucky first. Whenever I came back after I did my 6 years at Fort Campbell, I only seen regression instead of progression. We have a drug crisis, we have no jobs here. People are leaving every single day because they don't have any opportunities here, and I want to fix that. So first, I want to talk about job creation. I really do want to bring in some better paying jobs. And I want to tell you why I believe that this is true is because I'm going to limit my congressional salary. Right now, your U.S. House Congressman makes $14,000 a month, all right? I'm going to match that to the median household income of this district because this is one of the poorest congressional districts in the United States. Because of that, I believe that this will keep your representative transparent and accountable for their actions. If I pass legislation that brings jobs here, that boosts the economy here, then my pay will go up because that's the median household income going up. All right? If I don't do my job and the median household income goes down, then obviously my pay goes down, and that I don't want that. You know, I need to make a living too. So I think that's the only way that we can make sure that your representative works for the people. Secondly, term limits. Career politicians need to get out of Washington. All right, we have people there that's been over there for 40 years. All right, we don't need that anymore. All right, I will push for a congressional amendment to put in term limits. And if I can't do that, if I run for re-election, I'm only going to do that for 3 times. All right, that's 6 years in total. If I get out, and then I'm going to go back to my private life. I shouldn't be staying in Congress until I'm 80 years old and not doing anything for the district that I represent. Next, stock trading. All right, insider trading has gone rampant through Congress. I have pledged to not buy any stocks going into Congress, and I'll work to completely ban it in general. Because if you are owning stocks and it's a bill that comes across your desk that influences your stocks, whether it's good or bad, you're no longer thinking about the people. Now you're thinking about how to line your pockets. So I think that it needs to be outright banned. Actually, I know I have 3 minutes, but I'm making it really short. All right, because I have to head to Harlan County for a community cleanup. All right, because I believe that action is very needed in our modern politics. Instead of just speaking about the issues.
All right, our next candidate speaking is candidate Ned Pillersdorf, Democrat.
My name is Ned Pillersdorf, and for the last 45 years I've had a poverty law practice in Floyd County. 45 years ago, I guess my first case was in this courthouse. The world was different then. You hardly saw a female lawyer, certainly didn't see a female judge. Currently in Kentucky, we actually have a majority of women on the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeals. Now here's your Pike County historical question. It wasn't until 1993 till we finally elected a woman to the Supreme Court. Did that woman come from Louisville, Lexington? No, she came from Pike County, Kentucky, and Janet Stump broke that ceiling and was the first woman elected to the Supreme Court. The world has changed. Now, you just heard from Mr. Hurley. He's a Republican candidate. I'm the unopposed Democratic candidate. I got good news for Mr. Hurley. You know, there's a recent poll that came out of Pike County in the congressional race, the 5th Congressional District. Hal Rogers got 123, 7%. Congratulations, Mr. Hurley. You got 250, 16%. Congratulations. A guy named Ned Pillersdorf got 1,152 votes. I'm at 74%. if election night comes and I've carried Pike County by 74%, I'm your next congressman. And what am I going to do if I get there? I am going to reverse and fortify and save the safety net, which is under vicious attack by the Republican administration. We are in the 5th congressional district. We are the poorest congressional district in the nation. And we just heard Andy Barr saying, I helped enact the big ugly bill that he and Hal Rogers voted for. That bill is a nuclear bomb heading toward our most vulnerable citizens. We are likely to lose 25 rural hospitals. We already have a rural hospital shortage. I live in Floyd County, Martin County, Magoffin County, Knott County. How many hospitals do they have? 0. The big ugly bill will cut $880 billion from Medicaid. Now the Republicans are smart. The bill will not go into effect. The Medicaid cuts will not go into effect until after the midterms. Why are they for that? Well, it's easy. The big ugly bill gives unconscionable tax breaks to the wealthiest among us. The Republicans have made the political calculation they can crush the less fortunate as long as it helps their billion-dollar donors. I'm running because I care about the less fortunate. You know, I thought I understood rural poverty, but for the last 11 years, I've represented about 4,000 of the former clients of Eric Kahn. You might have heard about him. The Social Security Administration was weaponized to go after them.
All right, our next candidate for U.S. Representative is Jerry Lee Shelton, Republican.
Hello, friends. Let me introduce myself. My name is Jerry Shelton. I'm the Republican candidate for Congress here in the 5th Congressional District. I'm 67 years of age, married for 45 years to the same lady. She's out there somewhere, I hope. 2 sons, 42 and 37. Eldest is an electrician, the youngest was a water and sewer guy. Have 3 grandchildren, Mackenzie, Gavin, and Carter. And I retired from the construction business years ago, and I farmed as well. I'm currently serving, I'm from the big city of Crab Orchard, Kentucky. Population is 764, where I serve on the city commission. I've been there for probably 25 years. I'm director of the Lincoln County Cattle Association, and we serve local farmers in our area. I serve on the resource center there at Crab Orchard Elementary, having been on that board for 30 years, and I served as a parent, grandparent, and community leader. I serve on the Lincoln County Ambulance Board, and that's a taxing district where we fund ambulance service there in Lincoln County. And we subsidize that service from them, as well as collecting funds from insurance and Medicare, which the government keeps shrinking those payments. I've been on that board for 25 years and 20 as the chairman, and we try to be on each and every scene for less than 15 minutes. Coached baseball for many years, and probably one of the most enjoyable experiences of my life. I've also been Republican Party chairman, and that was when Lincoln County changed from majority Democrat to Republican. And President Obama was in at that time, and he contributed to that change. My priorities elected are as follows. 1, introduce term limits to all congressmen and senators. And I don't know what the terms will be, because that's something we'll have to work out at a later date. But we need to do that to avoid the logjam we currently have. It takes 2/3 of legislators must vote to change, and 3/4 of the states to ratify that change. And 80% of people approve of term limits. I'd also like to put a cap on interest rates that credit cards can charge. The average Kentucky has $5,100 to $5,600 in credit card debt, and that's one of the lowest in the state. Our personal loan averages $40,000 a year. Third, I'd like to stop the cuts on Medicaid payments to the hospitals, nursing homes, Medicare payments. 1.4 to 1.5 million Kentuckians rely on Medicaid for health coverage. That's approximately 1/3 of all Kentuckians. 40% of all children and 68% of all nursing home residents are covered with Medicaid. It would be my goal to increase the payments to counties with 50,000 population. I'd also like to increase monies to each district to blacktop all roads needing repair and upgrading all.
One special announcement. Can anybody in the state offices who are planning on speaking come on in the back and get checked in, because we're going to move to the state offices next. Our last candidate for U.S. Senate who is speaking here today is Kevin Smith, Republican.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin Smith, and I'm running for United States Congress. It is great to be here in Pike County once again. Once I got in this race, I've been to all 33 counties of the Eastern Kentucky of the 5th Congressional District. And I will tell you this, we have the most beautiful scenery in all of America, and we have the best people in all of the world. It has been wonderful to get to meet so many people across the 5th District, listening and learning to each of them. And two things that I've heard over and over again across this district is it's time. It's time, and I'm here to answer that call because it's time for a new generation of conservative leadership. Yeah. In Congress, I want to fight for faith, family, freedom, and the future of Eastern Kentucky. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am and why I am running. I live in Laurel County. I was born in Clay County, and my family has been in Eastern Kentucky for 8 generations. It is those roots that have shaped my values. Now let's talk about faith, family, freedom, and the future of Eastern Kentucky. My faith in Jesus Christ is foundational to who I am. I believe that strong families are what makes a strong America. I am proudly pro-life, and I'm glad that my son is with me today. My wife and I, we have 4 young kids, ages 3 to 10, and that's why I'm in this race. We gotta fight for the future of Eastern Kentucky. And I believe that freedom and liberty are the bedrock and the cornerstone of our republic. As an attorney, I fight for our constitutional rights, and the same rights that were secured by our founders and defended for generations by our veterans. And I will fight for the future of Eastern Kentucky. My grandfather and father were both former coal miners. Eastern Kentucky powered America's past, and it will power America's future. Because of my family and their hard work, I was the first in my family to graduate with a 4-year college degree thanks to a baseball scholarship to Union College. I later went to Princeton University for a graduate degree and University of Kentucky for law school. I know what opportunity looks like because I've lived it and I've delivered it. Over the last 15 years, I've been a problem solver and a community builder across Eastern Kentucky. I've launched initiatives that have created educational and career opportunities for our youth, including those right here in Pike County. Now, I started my career in Washington, D.C. as a congressional aide. I had the opportunity to serve our nation as an executive of our federal government. But I came back home. And I believe that I have the values and the experience to fight for you and to fight for the future of Eastern Kentucky. And I ask for your vote on May 19th in the Republican primary. Thank you all so much.
All right, this starts our state representatives. The first one speaking today is candidate for the 31st Senatorial District, Philip Wheeler, Republican.
Good morning, Pike County. This is a beautiful day that the Lord has made, and I'm glad to be here representing the 31st Senate District at this wonderful festival we call Hillbilly Days. I'm proud to be a Pike County, and I'm proud to be in Eastern Kentucky, and I'm very proud to represent you in the Kentucky State Senate since 2019. Just this past session, thanks to the hard work of the Kentucky General Assembly, we have brought over $136 million to the Kentucky's 31st Senate District, including over $50 million in direct investment to Pike County. Now, why is that important? It's important because if you want growth, you've got to have a strong foundation. And a strong foundation is infrastructure. That's roads, that's bridges, that's schools, that's an economic investment. And we brought all. Now, I'm not working alone, I'm working with a team. That team includes Representative Bobby McCool. We brought over $26 million to the Martin County water system that has suffered for years where people can't even drink what comes out of the faucet. I've worked with Bobby and I've worked with Representative John Blanton and Mitch Whitaker to bring over $4 million for a child care facility for Pike County. We're bringing $4 million for the Break Center State Park so that we can draw tourism into this area. Working with people like the Hillbilly Trail System on the county level to make sure that working together we can make sure that Pike County and Eastern Kentucky's best days are ahead and not just behind them. It's not an easy job, but I'm proud to do it. And I'm proud to do it because I love my home. You know, the Bible says to look towards the hills, and I do that every single day when I come home from Frankfort because I want to deliver for you. This town, this county, this area.
Our only senatorial candidate speaking today. The next speaker is going to be a candidate for the 95th Representative District. The first one speaking will be Republican Willie Crace Jr.
Good morning. My name is Willie Crace. I'm a pastor, small business owner, and a lifelong resident here in this House district. It's an honor to be here at Hillbilly Days with the people who know the value of hard work, faith, and taking care of your neighbors. I spend a lot of my time walking with people through the hardest times of their life, through addiction, through loss, through uncertainty, and I prayed for families who just didn't know how they were going to make it. I've seen firsthand what happens when people feel like they're forgotten. And I've listened and learned that Eastern Kentucky needs conservative leadership that understands our way of life. I understand that because I'm one of you. I believe in faith and the freedom to live it out. I believe in the sanctity of life. I believe in the Second Amendment and the right to protect our families. I believe in lower taxes, less government, and letting small businesses thrive. I believe in protecting our coal jobs, not apologizing for them, because this region right here helped power America. This campaign is about protecting our way of life, making sure that our kids can build a better future right here at home. So if you believe in faith, you believe in freedom and fighting for Eastern Kentucky, I would be honored to earn your vote for state representative. Willie Crace, thank you very much. God bless, and let's enjoy Hillbilly Days. Thank you.
All right, our next candidate for the 95th Representative District is Tanner Hesterberg, Republican.
Thank you, Judge. We need a new generation of leadership and a fresh voice in Frankfort. That's why I'm running for state representative. My name is Tanner Hesterberg. I'm an attorney and a small business owner. I'm a lifelong Kentuckian. I was born and raised in Eastern Kentucky. I know many of you from my previous career as a news reporter at WYMT. And when I went to law school, I always wanted to come back to Eastern Kentucky to hang out my own shingle and to start my own law firm. And that's what I did. I founded Hesterberg Law Firm right here in Pikeville several years ago. We've been very blessed. I know the law. I want to go to Frankfort and make good laws for you and for your family and for our community. We have to recruit businesses more aggressively to Eastern Kentucky than we are right now. I am proud to be the only candidate in this race endorsed by the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce PAC because they recognize and understand my commitment to economic development. We also need someone who will go to Frankfort and uphold our conservative values. I am pro-life. I am proud to be the only candidate in this primary who has received a recommendation from the Kentucky Right to Life PAC. And when I go to Frankfort, I will vote to lower income taxes down to zero. I will fight to protect women's sports. I will fight to protect our coal jobs, to keep DEI out of our schools, and to make sure our local law enforcement officers have all the resources they need to get criminal illegals out of our community and maintain a strong, safe, and secure border. When I became an attorney, I put my hand on the Bible and I swore an oath to uphold our Constitution, including our Second Amendment right to bear arms, and our First Amendment rights to freely worship, and our First Amendment right to free speech. I would be honored if you would vote for me in the Republican primary for 95th District State Representative on May 19th. Let's build some good momentum. Let's win this
All right. The next is our representative running for the 97th Representative District, Rebecca Skaggs, Democrat.
Good morning. My name is Rebecca Skaggs, and I am running for state rep for District 97. I am a retired teacher from Johnson County and a retired union rep for the Teachers Organization. In saying those two things, I think it will be no surprise to know that the first two things on my platform are support for public education and for working families and labor unions. I believe that we should show the respect that education deserves by fully funding the education of all teachers and students. We should not be funneling money into privatized corporations. I will never ever vote for money to go into tax credits and voucher schemes. Secondly, I am endorsed by the Pikeville Steelworkers Union, 14581, because they have seen my commitment to labor unions. I believe in raising the minimum wage, supporting a living wage for all families, and repealing the right to work law. So if you vote for me for District 97 State Rep, I am committed to those very important things: providing affordable living wages, supporting living, reducing taxes for, not taxes, excuse me, I'm a little bit nervous. Making life affordable by finding ways to bring down gas prices, groceries, insurance premiums, runaway electric bills, water rates. Those are the things I believe in. Those are the things I'll stand for. I believe in the working man, the working woman, education, and working families and labor unions. So thank you. I would appreciate your support on.
That's the last of our state speakers, federal speakers. I think we're here for what everybody's came here for today. But first of all, can we get a little applause for the band? We're now moving to Pike County elections only. The first candidates speaking are for Pike County Judge Exec. And I'll introduce Susie Gibson Shear, Republican.
Awesome. I'm Susie Gibson Shear, and I want to be your next Pike County Judge Executive. First, I want to say this. Jesus Christ is Lord is not a campaign slogan. It is the gospel truth. It's the foundation of who I am, how I serve, and how I will lead this county. Now I want to go off script for a second. I want to channel the Smokey and the Bandit. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But we're going to do what they say can be done. Now seriously, during this campaign I've been all over the county, listening to folks talking, finding out what is important to you, shaking hands with everybody. And I'll tell you something, there's only been one man refused to shake my hand this whole time. But hear me on this. When I'm your county judge, I will work just as hard for that man as I will for every one of you. Because this job isn't about picking favorites. It's about serving every single person. And if I work hard for that man, you can trust that I will work hard for you. Now, I'm not one of the big boys. I'm not one of the big dogs. I am one of you. And I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for all your support and all your prayers. Let's keep this going. We're almost there. May God bless you and may God bless Pike County.
All right, the next is candidates for Pike County Clerk. The first one speaking is Sabrina Thacker Moon, Republican.
Hello everyone, welcome to Hillbilly Days. My name is Sabrina Thacker Moon and I'm running for Pike County Clerk. I'm running for Pike County because I believe in this community and I believe we deserve a clerk's office that works just as hard as the people of Pike County do every single day. This isn't just a job to me. The county clerk's office is where real life happens. It's where you register your vehicles, record your deeds, obtain your marriage license, and exercise your right to vote. The clerk's office should be efficient, transparent, and respectful of your time, your concerns, and your needs at all times. Too often folks feel like coming to the clerk's office is slow, confusing, and disconnected. Well, I'm running to change that. I had the privilege of working for the clerk's office for over 8 years. Let me just say, if I'm elected, I will bring administrative experience and adequate customer service to the clerk's office. I will be approachable, accountable, and accommodating at all times. I will run an office that you can be proud of. I'm running to serve Pike County. I understand what it means to serve the people, not just process paperwork, but actually help folks get what they need without frustration. Let me be clear, I will work diligently for you because my campaign isn't about politics. It's about making everyday interaction simpler, faster, and better for every citizen it serves. It's about you the people of this county. I'm asking for your support, your vote, and the opportunity to serve you as your next Pike County Clerk. Let's work together to have the best clerk's office this county has ever had. Go to the election post May the 19th. Cast your vote for me. Remember, shoot for the moon. You all have a great day and enjoy yourselves. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless Pike County.
All right, our next speaker for Pike County Clerk is Darrell Pugh, Republican.
Hello. For about 3.5 years now, I've been your Pike County Clerk. And I'd like to say I'm very proud of the people of Pike County and the staff of the Pike County Clerk's Office because together we've had great success. With everybody else singing doom and gloom, we've had an increase in transactions and revenue. As a matter of fact, over the past 3 years, our yearly average is over $1,933,000 more per year than my predecessor and now Democrat opponent's yearly average. If my term was to end
would have ended on March 31st, I would have turned in surplus funds of approximately $468,000. Now, to be fair and honest, at the beginning of my term, the physical court advanced the Pike County Clerk's Office $145,000. But here's the difference. We didn't waste it. We've still got it. It's part of that $467,000. How often do you give a government agency money and expect to get it back along with $300,000? Every employee that's with me now that was here when I got here has had at least 2 pay increases, and they've deserved it because they've worked hard. They've done a good job. Much of this new revenue has come from outside the area. The car lots with ELT, which is electronic lien and titling, have chosen to use Pike County because their turnaround time is 0.75 days. The average is a little over 2, so we're twice as fast as a lot of other counties, so they've chosen to use us. Now, I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk about the election. I know everybody here has a phone. What I would like people to do is to go to govote.ky.gov. You can check what precinct you work in, you can update your registration, and if you're a 17-year-old and going to be 18 before November 3rd, you can register to vote. Practically everybody, anybody 25 years old or younger,
All right, our next speaker for Pike County Clerk is Rhonda Taylor, Democrat.
Hi everybody, I'm Rhonda Taylor, your previous county clerk, and today I'll be addressing some facts. Facts that are based on promises made by your current county clerk, Darrell Pugh. But before I get started, I want everyone to know that this is not misleading information, it is not mudslinging, and it definitely is not negativity. Mr. Pugh promised to open all voting locations. He didn't do it. He promised to reopen all branch locations. He didn't do it. He promised to do away with the number system, and today it's still in place. Why? Because it works and it's effective. He promised several drive-thrus, particularly in the Belfry area. But as of today, we still don't have any. He promised to be a full-time clerk. Yet, he can often be found in the city of Coal Run at Castle's Jewelry and Gift, which is one of his many personal businesses. During normal clerk business hours, riding in a brand smack new Ford Expedition, brand new one, guys, that was paid for with funds from this county. In a recent interview, he boasted about having money more than ever before. This is a fact. Mr. Pugh's big purse is a direct result from the good old boys granting him supplement money and allowing him and his employees to be placed on the county's insurance plan.
All right, our next candidate running for Pike County Sheriff. The first one speaking is Ellis McCoy, Republican.
How are we doing today?
I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Ellis McCoy, candidate for sheriff. I've been a volunteer for 43 years because I love Pike County. My primary goal is to reduce expense in the office, have more deputies in each community, work with other law enforcement agencies on the drug pandemic, explore property tax to be broken down into 2 payments, and possibly have branch offices to help the handicapped and the elderly. If you have questions, call me. I'll be happy to answer each question. My opponent said if I was elected, I would set the sheriff's department, the county back 25 years ago. 25 years ago, you didn't have to keep your doors locked 24/7. 25 years ago, you could sit on your porch with your children and grandchildren without a pistol in your pocket. 25 years ago, we didn't have the drug epidemic that we've got now. 25 years ago, we had more deputies in the community. And that is my plan, to put more deputies in the communities. With that, I would say, so now, are we more happier than we were 25 years ago? Thank you very much. I appreciate your support.
The next person speaking for Pike County Sheriff is Rodney Scott, Republican.
Thank you all for coming out today. It's an honor and a pleasure to be your sheriff. I'm running for re-election. This is a very important election. There's only one choice to keep the sheriff office moving forward, and that's to re-elect Rodney Scott. There's only one choice to continue to fight the drug problem in this county, and that's to re-elect Rodney Scott. There's only one choice to keep improving the tax office so people can pay their taxes. They can do them online, they can mail them in, whatever they need to do. We are there for the people. I have not changed. I am the same person I've always been. My door is always open. My phone is always on. I ask for your vote and support on May 19th to re-elect Rodney Scott, Pike County Sheriff. Thank you.
All right. Next, we have candidates for Pike County Jail. The first one being called is Ricky Bostic, Republican.
Hello, Pike County. How y'all doing today, friends and neighbors? I'd like to say, first of all, I thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm proud to be here in front of you, Pike Countyans. I've never been a politician before. I'm not in that political clique. I've just been a working man for 39 years. I've worked in corrections for 39 years. If you want experience, and that's my slogan, experience matters. 25 years at the federal prison. I won Officer of the Year in 2011. I retired in 2017. I worked 14 years at the Pike County Detention Center. I worked for Coon Stratton, for some of you older people like me. Coon and Jewel Stratton over here at the old county jail that's attached to the back of the courthouse. I opened this facility up in 1989 with them. I'm also a U.S. Army veteran. I've served proudly. And I want to thank all the rest of the veterans in the crowd. God bless you for your service. I've been a volunteer firefighter my whole life. I've been in public service my whole life since I was 18. I graduated in 1984. I joined the U.S. Army in 1985. And that's all I've done my entire life. I want to better the detention center. I want us to have faith-based programs there for our drug treatment and stuff. Not the paid drug treatment that they get paid to just come in and go through the motions, but faith-based programs actually touch people. It actually touches their heart and changes people. I want to have faith-based meetings and stuff in the jail more. and let them come in and help change the minds and the hearts of these people. We don't want this revolving door at the jail. We want to change people. I also want to improve things there. I want to make sure that the staff are taken care of. I want to make sure the inmates are taken care of. My 3 things that I teach, I've been an instructor for about 25, 30 years in corrections, is firm, fair, and consistent. That's with the staff, that's with the inmates. I want transparency.
All right, our next candidate for Pike County Jailer is Perry Wayne Hatfield, Republican.
Hello, my name's Perry Hatfield, running candidate for jail. I like to have attention just for a minute. I believe in being obedient to the Lord, letting the Lord make the decisions, letting the Lord lead you and guide you. And I believe every opportunity that we got, election is based on we the people, not I the people. And I think every idea and suggestion that you hear from people, you already talk to people, you already listen to them, have sympathy for them, you already have empathy for them. But most of all, focus mainly on the good Lord. Let the good Lord lead it, guide it, and give Him all the glory and all the praise and all the honor. And just like these people in jail over here, they need the rehabilitation program. You need to see it through. I can tell you getting them rehabilitated, but who's getting rehabilitated? Look. I'm saying, on my suggestion, I believe in putting prayer back in these places. I believe in drug testing. I believe drug tests all the workers. And if you have a problem with the contraband, where you got the X-ray scan. If that don't do it, bring in the dogs. There's no deal like the dogs. Even if I'm a jailer and whoever's working in there, they should go through the X-ray scan. They should let these dogs sniff. If you want to stop the contraband, then that's a good way to start. And then even on get back to the people in the jail. You get out here, you talk to people in crowds. You go ask for a road or something like that. Listen to the people. They said 2 or 3 weeks ago they had 26 or something in one pod with 12 mats. I'm sure we can afford mats for everyone that's in there. Treat people like
The next candidate for Pike County Jailer speaking is Jeremy Todd Miller, Republican.
Good morning. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who had a hand in putting this festival together. The Shrine Club, the Pike County Fiscal Court. I'd like to thank all the hard-working men and women at UNG and the City Police. So let's give them a hand because they've done really well. And like Judge Varney said, my name is Jeremy Miller, and I'm running for office to be your next Pike County Jailer. Here's a few things you may not know about me. I'm a husband of a beautiful wife of 20 years. I have a set of twin daughters, and also, here in the middle of June, I'll be a grandfather. And what that tells you about me is I'm a family man. And what does a family man do? He moves mountains for his family. That's what he does. Now what I'm saying is, the family man, that's what I'm going to do in that jail over there. I'm going to move mountains, not just for them workers and them inmates, but their families. Because no matter what, they deserve everything just like me and you do. And yes, I've worked in that jail over there, and I know firsthand the problems that it faces. And I'm ready to lead. I'm ready to be honored to have your support come May 19th. Thank you all, and God bless.
All right, our next candidate for jailer speaking today is Ronald Bubby Scott, Republican.
Hello everyone, I'm Ronald Bubby
Hillbilly Scott, Rankin Jailer. I'm honored to stand before you as a candidate for Pike County Jailer. First, I want to tell you a little about myself. I am a businessman who believes deeply in honesty and hard work and treating people the right way. I worked hard to build my business and my life, and I know that success does not come without commitments, satisfaction, and responsibility. The same values exactly is what I want to bring to the office of Pike County Jail. About Brandon Scott. Thank you.
Next candidate for jailer speaking is William White, Republican.
Hello, I'm William White, and I'm running for Pike County Jailer. We're going to try to keep it nice and short because everybody wants to enjoy Hillbilly Days. But there's three things we have to focus on, and one is our officers' safety regardless. They have to go home to their families. 2 will be inmate safety and housing. And 3 would be rehabilitation, because it doesn't stop at the jail. It stops when they get back on their feet and they don't have to come back to us every few months. But I would like to ask for y'all's vote, and that's all I got to say. Thank y'all.
Next is candidates for Pike County Coroner. Yes! So our first person speaking today is Brenda Johnson, Republican.
Good afternoon, Eastern Kentucky and Pike County. My name is Brenda Johnson, and I'm currently running for coroner of Pike County. I come from a coal mining family. Many generations have lived here since I was a little girl. My plan for Pike County is not only to be initiative of your needs, but to provide basic needs to our community. Maintaining official records of all illustrated deaths within our jurisdiction, along with an open office that is not currently open, at least 1 or 2 days a week to fit the needs of the community, even if it's an hour or 2 hours a day. I also will provide a working phone number where you can contact me 24/7. I intend to be available for your needs. I'm a hard-working, tax-paying individual. I'm not a politician. I currently work as a nurse. And to give you a little background about me, I'm very compassionate, well-driven, focused, empathic, organized, and I work very well with others. My whole goal is to provide you the services that you need as a coroner for this county. It's time for Pike County to make a fresh start with new faces and a new generation. And that new generation begins with you. Thank you guys. Have a great day at Hillbilly Days.
All right, now we're going to start candidates for magistrate districts in Pike County. We're going to start with District 1. So these are the candidates for Pike County Magistratorial District 1. The first one speaking is Amanda Blackburn Muncie, Republican.
Good morning. My name is Amanda Blackburn Muncie. I live on Rattlers Creek, right up the road here in Pike County. I'm a wife and a mother, raising my family right here. This is my home, and it always will be. I'm not a career politician. I'm just a regular person who lives here, works here, and loves this community. People want honesty and transparency, and you deserve that. You deserve to know what decisions are being made, how they're being made, and when they're being made. I'm elected, I will be open, accessible, and accountable. No backroom deals, just straight answers. I'm not here to make promises I can't keep, but I will show up, listen, and work hard for District 1. Thank you.
All right, our next candidate for District 1 Magistrate is Bobby Mullins, Democrat.
Good morning, I'm Bobby Mullins. I'm running for Magistrate District 1. I will not be on the ballot in the primary, but I will be in November. I hope and pray that everybody can look beyond their party and vote for the right person for the job. I have 20 years experience with the Pike County Solid Waste. I was manager of the landfill, and I know exactly about the landfill and how that it operates. And I know that what can be done over there. And so I'm the only candidate that's running on any ticket that knows anything about that landfill. And I hope and pray that you will consider me come November. May God bless you, and you have a good day and a good weekend.
Our next candidate and final candidate for speaking today for District 1 Magistrate is Ronald Dean Scott, Republican.
I just got a few little things here that I want to tell you who I am. My name is Ronald Scott. I was raised on Russian Creek, John Creek in the 60s. And where I live now is on Mike Springs. And me and Jen's got 4 boys and got 9 grandbabies. But the reason I'm here, I am your Pike County Commissioner. The only thing I can go on is what I have seen done in the last 3.5 years. And I am really tickled that the county has come forward in the last 3.5 years. But anyway, I've been a small business owner since I was 30 years old to 2013. I've employed people from Pike County to feed their families, and I'm going to go to Stump Measure. Just like on the roads. The last 3 years, we blacktopped 152 miles of roads here in Pike County. That is very, very good, you know, where people can get in and out safely. And we have built several bridges to get people in and out. I don't know exactly how many, but it's a bunch of them. And then I want to mention something about tourism. Tourism is going to be a great thing for Pike County. It's really come forward. I know it won't replace cold jobs, but I think it'll go a long way, you know. And now we're fixing to open up phase 2 of the Blackbird. I'd like to speak on the clean water.
Take care of the band here. Next, we're moving on to Magistrate District 2. The first person speaking in that is Jamie Kidd, Republican.
Thank you all. My name is Jamie Kidd, and I'm running for the position of Pike County District 2 Magistrate. I've been living in Pike County for the last 20 years, raising my 3 wonderful children, Cassie, Maston, and Ellie Brooke. Right now, I'm currently your constable in District 1. I took that office in 2023. Over the past 25 years, I've been committed to public service in Pike County, working in law enforcement positions in various roles. I started back in 1998 with the Elkhorn City Police Department, then moved on to Kentucky State Police. After my time with KSB, I got a position with Homeland Security. I was the Protective Security Officer at the local Social Security office, and during that same time I also volunteered with the Pike County Sheriff's Department. In 2021, I started East Kentucky Driving School, and I've been helping hundreds of Pike County teens become safe drivers. I've also been involved in our community by coaching Little League football and helping coordinate benefits for those folks who live in our area that's in need for assistance. Please think about voting for me on May the 19th. I'm the second candidate on the ballot. I promise to bring professional transparency to the position if I'm elected. Thank you.
The next person speaking for Magistrate District 2 is Ballard Martin, Democrat.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ballard Martin. I'm running for Magistrate in District 2 here on the Democratic side of it. I don't have anybody running for against me here in May, but I do like to get everybody's support in November. I've been part of this community for 35 years. Been management here at your local Walmart for 18 years. Worked there for 25 years, working my way up. I believe in hard work, honesty, getting the job done, and getting it done right the first time. I believe in people helping people, neighbors helping neighbors. I think that we need to get the right person in the right positions, and any of these positions that we've heard here today. I know we've heard a lot, and as you can tell, I'm a little bit nervous about this, the first time I'm speaking out in public like this, but I do appreciate everybody. I appreciate your support in November, and if there's anything I can do for you if I get in there, just give me a call. We'll do what we can. I can't promise anything because, you know, you can only do so much as a magistrate. If anybody's promising you stuff, it's you know do what you can do. So I try to be honest with you and straightforward. And again, I appreciate everybody, and I want you to vote for me in November. Thank you.
All right, the next person speaking for Magistrate District 2 is Danny Lee Newsom, Republican.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Danny Newsom. I'm running for Magistrate District 2. I just want to come forward to you to tell you about the person I am and the things I want to do. I have worked in many professions like nursing home, like a nurse aide. I have worked for a mental health agency as a counselor. So I know how it feels to have somebody that you want, you know, if you have mental health issues or if you have any other issues like that you want to come towards somebody and like you don't know who you come to, like for support. The master should have a guidance for you. And for myself, I want to help you out with like road construction. Like if there's a patch, if the road needs patch, don't patch it, just go ahead and blacktop it. I'm here, I want to, you know, I can't stand up here and give you empty promises, but I can tell you what I can advocate for you for. So I'm going to advocate for jobs, because Pikeville needs to change for some reasons, because there's a lot of people leaving this area because of job issues. For as a master, I want to advocate for also for veterans and for special needs. For the special needs, I like to have special needs equipment in the parks for children over the age of 5. As a master, I want to maybe advocate for a Veteran Appreciation Day. I like to have a veteran parade during Veteran Day. I just want you to know that I'll be there for you. And if there's anything that you need for me to, to do, I'm going to.
Last person speaking that's running for Magistrate District 2 is Elman Walters, Republican. Hello, Pike County. I'm Elman Walters, and I'm running for Magistrate in District 2. I've been traveling door to door, meeting with voters from Hurricane to the Justice Field. We've talked about roads, water, and the declining coal jobs. For generations, Pike County has depended heavily on coal. While the industry builds our communities, we all understand the need to diversify. Pike County Fiscal Court must develop our industrial parks and complete the Wolf Pit project. This will not only provide construction jobs, but will provide long-lasting manufacturing jobs. We need our young people to stay here in Pike County and not leave for work. I've helped bring and build a manufacturing company here in Pike County. Less than 5 years ago, we started with 3 employees. Today, we have 50 employees and ship over 200 fuel tanks a year. I can provide this type of leadership to the fiscal court that is needed to move Pike County from a codependent community to a diversified community providing good jobs. We need to increase the hillbilly trails by adding more lodging and RV parks so the trail system can grow to its potential. We need to add mountain bike trails that will bring more visitors to Pike County. The vote you cast on May 19th will determine the future of Pike County for years to come. I provide the leadership that District 2 and all of Pike County needs to move the county in the right direction. I ask the voters of District 2 to cast your vote for me, Elman Walters, Magistrate District 2. Thank you, and God bless Pike County. That was all the candidates for District 2. We're moving on to District 3. Our first person speaking who's running for District 3 Magistrate is Rob Elkins, Republican. Woo!
Hello folks, I'm Rob Elkins. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. I've lived in Dorton my entire life. My great-great-grandparents lived on the farm that my wife and I live on now. My mother, children, grandchildren all live in the Dorton area. My wife is from the Virgie area and her sisters still live there. I have strong ties to the District 3. I have a couple of small businesses I run in Pike County, Antiques by the Creek, and an estate auction company. If you know me, you know I support all small businesses. Every year on Small Business Saturday, I organize an event for small businesses across Pike County. It is vital that our county supports our small businesses. Our home was devastated in the 2022 flood, like most of my neighbors. After that, we done everything in our power to help everyone we could, and it was in that moment that I decided I wanted to serve my community in a greater way. First and foremost, we are losing population across our county because there's no jobs, taxes are too high, and our utilities are way too high. We must bring jobs back to our mountains. Appalachian coal built America, and it's time for America to send jobs back to our mountains. While out talking with folks around District 3, not only do I hear, but I see for myself that our roads are literally falling in the creek. Our parks need updated and our ditches are full. And I cannot speak today without thanking our fire and rescue departments for all they do for our communities. When we call 911, they're the first ones on the scene. We're so blessed to have them. It's important for our county to help them in every way we can. My name is Rob Elkins, and I'm asking for your vote for Magistrate District 3. Together we can build a future that keeps our families here and keeps our community strong. God bless, and thank you guys.
All right, the next candidate for District 3 Magistrate is Justin Kobe Kaiser, Republican.
Hello everybody, my name is Kobe Kaiser. I'm 36. I'm a lifelong resident of Caney Creek. I weld and assemble mining man trips to support my family. I'm running to work focused on bringing in good jobs, improving our roads, and expanding tourism. I will work with the court to find the most affordable solution to our garbage problem. I will vote and do what's best for the county to get the most for our tax dollars. I believe in being upfront and honest with people. You deserve to know what's going on. I'm not a politician. I'm someone who cares about where we live and want to see it do better. I want the best for my kids, and I know you want the best for your kids. I'd be honored to earn your vote, your trust, and the opportunity to serve you. Vote Kobe Kaiser, May 19th.
Next candidate speaking for District 3 Magistrate will be Jamie Allen Little, Republican.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Little, and I'm asking for the opportunity to serve as your magistrate in District 3. This election is about all of us and what we choose to build together. Most of us grew up here. We've worked here. We've raised our families here, and we've seen the challenges. We've watched our population decline. We've seen opportunities leave. And we see our county just trying to survive. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Places like Boone and Bryson City in North Carolina, mountain communities much like our own, they made a decision to build something more. And today they generate hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue on tourism impact. We can do that too. I believe we can expand our trail systems, add attractions that keep visitors here longer. Things like a Polar Express, a fairground, a regional sports complex that creates a visitor economy. And we will continue targeting industry that creates jobs right here. Tourism brings people in, but industry will keep our people here, especially our youth. And that's how we grow. But to do that, we have to rethink our leadership. For too long, a magistrate has been seen as the person you call for a load of gravel. And yes, roads and infrastructure will matter, but there's more, and we need to redefine that role. A magistrate should not only respond to the county's needs, but help lead the direction of our county. Not maintain where we are, but build where we're going. In my career, I've managed large operations, multi-million-dollar budgets, and delivered real results. If you believe Pike County can do more than just get by, if you believe we can grow and create opportunity, if you believe, like I do, Pike County's best days are still ahead of us, then I'd appreciate your support and your vote on May 19th. Now let's go build the future Pike County deserves. Thank you.
Hey Dana, y'all need any water or anything? Alright, we'll get you something, okay? The next person speaking for District 3 Magistrate is Jerry Neal Little, Democrat.
Good morning, folks. I'm Jerry Little. I was born and raised on Long Fork, lived there my whole 5 years. Just got 2 minutes to talk, so I'll try to be quick. But my values are my faith, my family, my county, my country, and my state. Things I want to touch on is creeks, roads, trees, weeds being cut. Need to enhance our trail system. Need to try to work to get like whitewater rafting in Elkhorn City, anything tourism, need to, excuse me, need to try to get something into our industrial park, see anything we can find. And anybody wants to know any of my ideas or plans to me, this ain't long enough. Facebook, call, message, stop by the house, anything, I'd be glad to answer any questions. Thank you.
All right, the next speaker we have speaking for District 3 Magistrate is Alvin D. Newsom, Republican.
Thank you all, hillbillies, and welcome to beautiful downtown Pikeville, where it's always sunny. We welcome all of our hillbillies from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, from Canada to the Gulf of America, and we're happy to have you here. And I tell everybody, I say, come to Hillbilly Days, because it won't last but a few days, and you'll not see another hillbilly until next year. And it's the truth. Thank you all so much. I'm Alvin D. Newsom, and I'm running for Magistrate in District 3, and that's the Norton, Fairview, Robinson Creek area. And it actually runs from Letcher County line on the 4-lane, Letcher County line on the 23, down to Heavenly Homes up here. Takes in Yorktown precinct. That's the only new one we have. And I enjoy seeing everybody and talking to everybody. We've got a lot of good people here. And I've got one thing to say. All of the magistrates, we all want the same thing. We want jobs in Pike County. We want better roads. We want water, good water. I buy my bottled water to drink, and you should too, I believe. And then we want our landfill is very important. And my thoughts on that is we should take care of our own landfill, our own trash. We don't need anybody else's trash here. We need to take care of our own. And too, now, this is very important. It's just a little catchy phrase.
All right, our next speaker for District 3 Magistrate is Cliff Smallwood, Republican.
Hello, everybody. I'm Cliff Smallwood. I'm running for Magistrate District 3. Tell you a little bit about me and some of the things I've done in my life. I graduated from Norton High School in 1980. I've been a Republican ever since. Our girls, both our girls graduated Shelby Valley. They're very successful. I've always stood for and promoted kids, always. I've always volunteered in the community. I drove the school buses there for 19 years. My wife made me do that, but I enjoyed it. Always helping in area schools whenever I could. I felt like I've always done the right thing for my kids, your kids. I've done the right thing for my seniors in my life, the seniors in the community, and I'll continue to do that. Over the past 3.5 years, I've led the ground development for Hillbilly Trails. We built it. We've had visits from 38 states, Canada, and Mexico. We got a lot of repeat people that's coming back. I've led countless benefit drives, support local families and causes, time given freely because the community is worth it. I want to thank everyone that has supported me in the trail system and will continue to do so. The road isn't complicated as magic. It's about taking care of our roads, being responsible with county dollars, showing up when people need help. Our area needs more infrastructure, water and sewer for families and businesses to grow this tourism. We need to keep on the way we're going with more drug education for our youth. As Magic, the mission is simple: be accessible, be accountable, keep District 3 moving forward, and especially growing tourism and expanding our opportunity to the next generation. And tonight at 6:30, we're having karaoke at Hillbilly Trails. Everybody's invited.
All right, the last candidate speaking for Magistrate District 3 is Ansel Trevitt, Democrat.
Hello everybody, my name is Ansel Trevitt. I live up at near Virgie. I was raised here right downtown Pikeville. Right up where the hotel is now. I had a house up. I'm from Hatcher Court. Went to school in Pikeville, and I'm a 3-year veteran of the United States Army. I'm married to a beautiful lady sitting right back there. And my intention is not to do as Magistrate has done in the past. I want the roads fixed. I want the creeks filled up with water and not garbage. And I want the bridges fixed. Not just a 2x4 put on the side of it. I'm talking fixing it, if not replacing it. A lot of people still suffering from that flood. I know I had my suffering of it, but we finally got it fixed. But I'm here for the people and the people only. No other politician can stand up in front of me and tell me what to do, because I won't take it. I'm happy to be who I am and where I live. I've got some great neighbors up there in Ellswick Branch. And just some great neighbors. So if you will, I'm going to ask you, please vote for me. Ansel Wayne Trevitt, District 3. I'm #1 on the Democrat ballot. Thank you very much.
That wrapped up District 3 Magistrate District. Now we're moving on to Pike County Magistrate District 4. We have one person speaking on that in that district, and his name is Kleiner Bubby Atkins, Republican.
How many's running the district? Right now, other people don't know.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? First off, I want to tell you I am Kleiner. Everybody knows me as Bubby Atkins. I'm the current commissioner, but I'm running for magistrate in District 4. I'm asking for everybody's vote so I can continue on the hard work and try to get some of the problems facing our county handled, and to work with the new court, try to push forward for better roads, better ditches, and a lot of work from the flood of 25 that we still not got completed. It's going to be a hard, drawn-out process for all of us to go through, and I just want to continue on working hard for this county, working hard for its people, and fighting to get monies brought in here, to work trying to get better jobs and stuff for our people in Pike County. Pike County's greatest resources are our people. And I have 3 major reasons that I'm pushing so hard. I've got 3 children. I don't want to leave this county. I want them to be able to stay here. I'm 49-year-old and I've been here my whole life, and I'd love to see my youngins, grand-youngins, same as your alls, be able to live in this great county. And if anybody can help me, or you can vote for me, or you know somebody in District 4, talk for me, help them pull that lever. I'm #3 on the ballot on the Republican ticket. Put me back in there to where I can continue my work. And I will be honest. I'm transparent. I will talk to anybody, and from day one,
I'm only a phone call away, a message. I've never turned nobody away. I've talked to everybody that's ever tried to call me with a problem or something they want to talk about. I'm up anytime you want to call me, day or night. My phone's always on. I won't hit ignore. Or if I'm somewhere I can't answer you, I will call you back shortly. Thank you all.
All right, now we're moving on to Magistrate District 5. The first person speaking that's running for Magistrate District 5 is Tom Davis, Republican.
Kind of upset today. I thought I was come over here to stand on the stump. Ain't one here. My name's Tom Davis. I live in the Phelps area. I've been there for 48 years, married to Margaret Hurley. I've got 5 grandchildren, 1 great grandchild. I own Tom's Tire and Hardware there, and we just, you know, I don't need this job, but the people in Pike County need me. Because I've been out through the county and I've found so many problems. You know, I've heard a story one time about a guy that was on the beach and he was walking along and there come a pretty good wave in and it washed just thousands of little starfish in onto the beach.
They will, but
and there was no way for them to get back in the water. This guy was working trying to get those starfish back into the water so they would live. Here come a couple other people along and they looked at him and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "You're not going to make a difference for him, you know, for these." And he picked one up and he threw it into the water. He said, "I made a difference for that." We need to get together and get behind our leaders and take care of the problems that we have in Pike County. If we do it one at a time, it will make a difference for someone. I need your vote on May the 19th. I appreciate everyone.
hopefully it says well, the next one is to be Hillman Dotson will speak.
All right, the next speaker for District 5 Magistrate is Hillman Dotson, Democrat.
Radio come out there preaching. Yeah, better be ready for that. Hillman used to be the magistrate.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon. We're getting close to both of them. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Hillman Dotson, and most of you know me. I was the magistrate for 25 years here in Pike County, and I worked running a road grader for about 8 years, so I gave the public 33 years of my life, and I enjoyed it, and I didn't think I'd ever be back up here again, but you know, I see where we've lost so many things that we need to try to recover and get back, and I'm going to be a magistrate candidate, and if you want me, you know, I think I'm able to serve you another term. But I'd like to thank all the Shriners, Hillbillies who put this on today. You know, I've been part of that for 54 years now, and it's a good organization. And I want to thank the fiscal court for providing this facility here for us today. I think everybody has an opportunity to speak. I can't promise you anything, but I can promise you that I will be a voice and I will not vote against things that I think is good for my district. And I will not be a yes man. I've always stood up for what I thought was right. And I'd like to congratulate all my opponents that's running. They're good people. And I'm not here to sling any mud or talk about any of it, because I think that all of them are able to do the job. It's just important to what we want. And you know, we've got so many issues coming up. I went through 25 budgets, and I think I'm able to go through one more. Things have not been always good, and I've not been always right. I've made some mistakes in life, and I've probably voted votes at what people wanted, but I voted my heart, and I voted for things that I could go to bed and sleep at night with.
District 5 Magistrate is Earl Thacker, running as an independent.
Is he even on there?
It's good to see everyone out here today. I'm Earl Thacker, and I am an independent candidate for election November the 3rd, so there'll be 3 to choose from in District 5. And I just ask people, you know, when you go vote, just go down that list, don't get the Republican or Democrat straight ticket. I mean, make a choice and look at all the candidates and pick the right one, and I think I'm well qualified for the position. I've been on the school board 2 terms in Pike County, so I know how to represent people, and my job 42 years with the telephone company, I know how to handle people's problems. So if you have a problem, I can be here 24/7, you know, to take your calls, come out and see you, whatever, to get your situation taken care of. You know, we meet 2 times a month, and if things are not getting handled, you have a person to come and take it to the visiting court the way I did on the school board. I didn't have to have a problem. You know, with your road, your ditches, your garbage, or whatever. But I'd be honored, you know, for your vote, you know, on November the 3rd, and I won't begin campaigning until around June or July. And the last time I run countywide for the position that was to be finished up by the current commissioner. Anyway, I appreciate you all, and glad to see you out here on this nice day. Thank you all.
Alright, the last speaker for District 5 Magistrate is Sammy Wilson, running as a Republican.
Welcome to Hillbilly Days! Pike County, are you ready? Are you ready for change? Because everywhere I go, every holler I'm in, every hill I go, I'm hearing the same thing. Folks are tired. Folks are frustrated. Folks are ready for something better. We've sat back long enough. We've watched our roads go unfixed. We've watched our ditches go uncleaned. Our communities feel like they've been forgotten. That's not the Pike County I believe in. Where your roads get fixed because it needs it, not because of who you know. Where the government works for the people, not working for them. We need transparency in the worst way. We need to know where every tax dollar is going. We need accountability in the fiscal court. And that means that we got to do more than the bare minimum. We got to go above and we got to go beyond. You see, what we need is a common sense focus on roads, ditches, and infrastructure. The things that matter with everyday life. But change don't just happen on its own. It takes all of us, because every vote counts. I'm not running to be a politician. I'm running to be a voice for District 5 and for Pike County. A voice for the people who haven't been heard in years. I won't sit quietly. I'll be the squeaky wheel, because the squeaky wheel gets the oil. I'll stand up and ask the questions, and I'll fight for what's right, because this ain't about me. This is about all of us. This is about our families. This is about our communities. So I'm asking you to stand with me. I'm asking you to vote. Let's change this county together. Sammy Wilson.
For Magistrate Candidate District 6, James Michael May, Democrat.
He said just one of them speaking.
For this, folks. Opponent
cities out of town, with folks who've been out of town from Pike County for the last 10 years. And I'm going to say this, if you can't be truthful if you're not willing to offend. Now, we hear a lot of talk about grants. Grants is a great thing, but for a few of them, it won't cost you money. You better give priority to them, because the county could, if they give everyone out there, this county can't afford it. And I'm going to tell you, good time religion will put you on the path to hell and brimstone. Good time politics will put you to doom and despair. Now, I want to go with the position of road supervisor. It is not a appointed position. It has to be approved by the court. And folks, for the benefit of roads in the county, we need to get rid of the present one. And now when we go to the magistrate's job, very missing information on that. It is a full-time job. Do you want a magistrate that, well, out of town? I don't think so. I certainly don't. We need to get behind people that will be there. And when our current commissioners, also known as the courageous threesome, if they have told you that they don't control the roads in this county, they're lying to you and shirking their duties and responsibility. Now, folks, I'd rather for you to trust me than to like me. And we go down, we need open court.
All right, that wraps up all magistrate candidates, and we're moving on to some candidates for constable. Speaking for running for District 3 Constable is Josh Little, Republican.
Hey everybody, my name is Josh Little and I'm running for Constable in District 3. The Constable's office, first and foremost, has always been a law enforcement position. Whenever you voted for a constable, you were electing a police officer for your district. But that all completely changed in 2022. A lot of people aren't familiar with this. The legislature in Frankfort passed House Bill 239. What House Bill 239 did was place the exact same training and certification requirement on every constable office in Kentucky that already exists for the state police, city police, and sheriff's departments. So what does that mean for you, the voter? If you vote for an uncertified constable today, they will hold that office and the title of constable in name only. They do not receive the powers of that office any longer. I graduated from the 5-month police academy in Richmond and obtained my police certification in February of 2011. And for the past 16 years, I have served this community as a full-time police officer. So what are some of my goals as constable for District 3? Number 1, school safety. Both of my children attend Valley Elementary, and their safety, like every parent here, is my number 1 priority. One area I would focus on is providing that law enforcement service to our after-school programs, whether those are special events or ball games. But the most important thing to remember, and I repeat this over and over, due to this new law, only a certified constable will have the power and authority to provide law enforcement services on school property. Another area I would focus on as constable is providing extra patrols to District 3 neighborhoods. Everyone knows that officer presence is one of the strongest tools a police officer has to prevent crime in their community. Once again, only a certified and academy-trained constable has the authority to provide those law enforcement patrols to their community. I can't stress enough, if you haven't already told me, thank you everybody.
That concludes all the county elections. We've got 2 people speaking running for Pike City Commissioner. The first one is Don Combs III, running nonpartisan.
Good
name's Don Combs, and I'm ready to be your next Pikeville City Commissioner. First, I want to thank all the people who put this on today to help all the candidates, especially UMG, Pikeville City and Fire, police, who help Hillbilly Days be safe for all of us. This city and being up here today means so much to me. I grew up here, my family raised me here, we've had 3 generations, and now we're raising the 4th generation, and that's what means the most to me, is making sure that our future is secure for the kids that we have to support and make sure that they not only have a good education, a safe place to live, to raise a family, but also safe streets, so that we know that our kids and our community are ready to move forward. And that's another thing, is our economic development here in the city. We have done such a great job of making sure that our city is physically strong, but we can continue to do more. Bringing in businesses, making sure that we have the most support for the businesses and the new communities that we can bring in. I also would like to thank everyone for your support, for your help, and look forward to seeing you in November. We do not have a primary, so our only race is in November. Thank you very much, and I look forward to it.
All right, we're down to our last speaker. Thank y'all for sitting around and paying attention. Running for Pikeville City Commissioner, Lexi Means, nonpartisan.
Good afternoon. My name is Lexi Mims, and I would love to be your next Pikeville City Commissioner. I guess it's true what they say about saving the best for last, right? As a young woman stepping into this space, I carry both the weight of expectation and the fire of possibility. I know that some see my youth as a detriment, but I see it as an advantage. I see it as fuel for innovation and courage. Courage to speak, courage to act, courage to believe that even when the road is difficult, it is still worth walking. For those of you who don't know, I am first and foremost a mom. And in some really unexpected ways, it has primed me for politics. For example, I'm used to answering tough questions every day, like, why? About 47 times in a row, so I promise I won't avoid your difficult questions. My boys also keep me accountable. If I say I'll do something, they will follow up, loudly and repeatedly. Being a mom means that I don't just talk about the future, I'm raising it. I didn't decide to run for commissioner because I had extra time. I decided to run because I have a very precious reason. The future is sitting at my dining table every evening. With every decision we make, with every hand we extend, with every barrier we break, we are writing the story of what comes next. So let our story be one of courage over comfort, of unity over division, of action over apathy. I am ready to lead, not with arrogance, but with purpose. Not with division, but with determination. And not by tearing down what has come before me, by honoring that and using it as a foundation to build something better together.
Guys, that concludes Stump Speaking 2026. Thank you for coming out. Ms. Lidovic, Ms. Bevins, thank you for your time today. Band, thank you. Guys, have a good day.
All right, folks, there you have it. All of your problems have been solved and fixed here today. The Pike County Stump Meeting, folks. Hope you've enjoyed yourself here today. We hope your candidate does exactly what he or she says that they're going to do for you.
Looking for a local, reliable 5G mobile service without the hassle? Say hello to Gearhart Mobile, your local, no-contract mobile provider. Keep your same number, enjoy phone financing, and get plans starting at just $20 a month. Need a new phone? Order now at GearhartMobile.com or call 800-635-7052. Finally, the 5G mobile service you deserve, only with Gearhart Mobile.
Everyone loves saving money, and Gearhart just made it easier. When you set your bill to auto pay, you'll save $5 every month. Getting started is simple. Log into your eCare account at ecare.gearhart.com. Once you're logged in, look to the right side of the page under Quick Links and click Auto Pay Settings. Check the box to confirm the terms, choose your payment method, and confirm. And don't forget to go paperless. That's it. Just like that, you've got $5 back in your pocket every month.
Could your Wi-Fi service be more intuitive, proactive, secure, lovable? Guard you from conniving cybercrime? Give you complete control over every device? And turn connected devices into motion sensors? Relax and enjoy flawless adaptive Wi-Fi anytime and anywhere. Wi-Fi worth loving. HomePass from Plume.
For over 65 years, Gearhart Communications has been serving the mountains of eastern Kentucky with the best in telecommunications. From blazing fast broadband and streaming TV to home security, voice, and now local, reliable 5G mobile, Gearhart keeps you connected. Family owned, locally operated, and always investing in the future of our region. Because when you live here, you deserve the best. Find out more at www.gearhart.com. That's gearhart.com, your local connection for over 65 years.